7 months ago, from the time I'm recording this video, 7 months ago, I started watching The Legend of Korra. I started watching it because I absolutely loved Avatar: The Last Airbender, and for many, many years, I had known about The Legend of Korra, and being a huge, huge Avatar fan, I thought eventually I was going to watch it, but a fusion of people having mixed feelings about the show and me also like not knowing if I was ready to watch it yet. And also I had said to a lot of people, like, I'm saving it for a rainy day, which actually just meant like I'm saving it for a moment where I think I'm going to enjoy it the most. I want to wait until I feel like I'm going to get the most enjoyment out of it. Then I started doing it on this channel. I kind of was worried when I first started doing it that like nobody on this channel would want to watch it. So like I thought it would be one of those series that I start on the channel, people aren't too into it, and then I stop doing reactions to it on the channel, or I move it to my Patreon only or something like that, or I keep doing it on the channel but it doesn't get many people interested in it. But cut to 7 months later, you guys have been very supportive of these videos. I've been getting some really nice and great comments. People have been excited to see my reactions, and I have loved basically every single second of this show. I regret nothing. I don't even regret how long it took me to watch this show, because I think at this point in my life, I was at the best possible time to watch it. And once I finish this episode, this is going to be the final episode of The Legend of Korra, and once I finish it, like I'm going to be caught up with the universe of Avatar. Obviously this is not including the comics and the novels and such. People have been asking about them. I'm probably not currently going to do the novels, but that doesn't mean I'm never going to do them. There's no plans for it. The thing is, I'm terrible at reading novels. However, since I last said that I was terrible at reading novels, I do have a novel on my desk now because I bought it on impulse. So maybe I'll get better at reading novels again. I used to be good at reading novels back in high school and stuff, but then I fell off, and now maybe I'll get back on it, and maybe eventually I'll get to Avatar. The thing is, I'm going to be able to read the parts of this book that refer to The Legend of Korra, which is going to be great because I've been avoiding many parts of this book like the plague because I didn't want to be spoiled on the Korra section of this book. But like that doesn't mean I haven't seen stuff on it, you know, and I've been reading the book. It's just like every time it seems to mention Korra events, I'm like, no, keep going. But wow, I mean, Kuvira is here, which is cool. I'm not going to read that bit because it might spoil the ending here. This is going to be a long intro. I'm sorry. It's. I think you'd understand. This is an important intro to be long, and I mean, I might talk about it. I'll probably talk quite a bit afterwards about this series. But thank you all so much for joining me for this series. It's been a great ride, and we're getting into the final episode here. And again, if you could just support this video as best you can, just for old time's sake, for the last one of the series, support the video as best you can so that other people can hopefully find these videos. Now that it'll be complete, hopefully there are those who will find my channel and will have the entire series to binge, like from start to finish. That's always a great feeling when you find a new reactor you like and you get to binge their entire... Oh, that's such a great feeling. So I hope other people I'm that for them, and make sure to let me know if I am. And yeah, we're watching this. My Patreon account is in the description below, so make sure to check out that for the full-length reactions. You can watch the entire episodes with me, get every single facial expression, every single laugh, every single giggle, every time I'm simping over Korra or Asami or Kuvira, and every time that like any woman is on the screen and I have hearts in my eyes. You will get to see every moment of that on my Patreon account down below, and also just support me so I can continue to do this channel as much as I can, because I love doing it and I don't want to stop. But yeah, let's I'm kind of stalling for time because I'm nervous, but let's just fucking do it. Let's do it. This is The Legend of Korra season 4, episode 13, the final episode of the series. Here we go. The last stand. I'm getting a bit emotional. Well, Kuvira, you know they're inside now, right? Shouldn't you go stop them?
Lockdown. Find the Avatar and whoever else is with her.
Oh, you have a lockdown procedure.
We need to power this thing down. I'm going after Kuvira. Are
Yes.
you sure? She almost destroyed me. Not this time.
Hell yeah. Oh my god. Oh, it's just a big ball of spirit vines.
You get the other one.
Oh my god, Bolin, that's so cool. You're doing the magma throwing star. It's cool that Kuvira's men fight like Kuvira. Yes.
I'll deal with this guy. Disable the weapon.
Okay. Yes, Lynn, you got this. Damn. I like how in Avatar, the Avatar universe, grunts are capable. You know? So often grunts are capable in this series. Whoa!
A lot of damage in here.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can't make everything out of platinum. Well, what's she doing? She's pulling off the arm because they're inside it! She's so smart. Damn it, Kuvira, your big brains. Well, they don't have the weapon anymore, which is good. Oh! Oh! It's the Avatar! Oh my god, there's no bullshit here. They didn't monologue to each other for a while, they just fought. They might monologue later, but... Oh! Hey, yeah, destroy your own control panel. See if I care. Oh my gosh. This part feels like a Star Wars ship. Oh yeah!
Okay, ready now. Nothing's happening.
Oh no.
Done some override thing and taking control.
Shit.
Gotta be some. Come on. Vines is that if you mess around with them too much, they explode.
Oh. That's risky. I mean, you can make them explode, but...
I have an idea. Want to fill me in? Okay, I said that will make the vines explode. Exactly. I can handle it. No, you can't.
Oh my god.
This isn't the time to prove how awesome you are. I already know how awesome you are.
Oh.
So get out of here. Okay.
Oh.
Get out as soon as you can. Promise?
Berlin's so sweet. I love his voice actor.
Love you too.
Oh. Oh my god. Oh shit, man. I love the music here. Look how cool he looks. Oh shit. Kuvira looks a bit more panicked this time. Last time she was so in control. Hell yeah. Oh, nice job. Oh, that's pretty sick. What a cool fight they're having. Yes, Berlin. Oh! Oh my god. Yeah, great job not warning Korra about that, guys. Oh my god, Korra got her out of there. Oh god, she's not gonna give up, I don't think. Oh no.
Stop!
She's desperate. No, don't go into the vines. Are you kidding me? You pissed them off. Your hair's down again, so you're hot again. I don't want to root for you now.
Never.
Oh my god, the spirits are gonna tear her apart. Surely. Whoa.
Now it's over.
Oh my god. She found her weapon in the vines? Holy shit. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I can't.
Oh no. Now it's just pure vines powering it. Like they're attached to it now. Oh shit! Holy shit, you can bend the spirit energy. You're the Avatar. They said the Avatar is more powerful in the spirit world. She can bend the spirits. Oh my god. This feels like Mob Psycho season 2. Shit, luckily everyone was near a hole that they could jump into. Oh my god, it's being sucked back in. Wow. What the heck? What is that? A spirit portal or something?
A new spirit portal.
Yeah. You can create a spirit portal? Oh my god. Where is she?
There's no sign of her.
Keep looking.
She could die at the end of this series. Okay, there she is. She's all blue. Oh shit. Oh, there's Kuvira.
All the energy from your weapon tore open a new portal and blasted us in here.
Why would you save my life? After everything I did to you.
Cause she's good.
I guess we're both fierce and determined to succeed. Sometimes without thinking things through.
This wasn't how I wanted things to end.
Messing with the spirit vines, acting like a dictator over your people. You had to know what you were doing wasn't right.
Sue turned her back on the Earth Kingdom. You were gone. I had to do something.
I think I get it now.
Don't pretend you know what it felt like. The Avatar is adored by millions. I was cast aside by my own parents.
Korra
like I
is not
meant
adored by
nothing to them.
millions.
How could I just stand by and
People
watch
were so
the
hard
same
on
thing
her.
happen to
I may not have been an orphan, but believe me, I understand what it feels like to be afraid.
Oh my god. These fucking writers, man. They understand Korra's character so well. Oh god.
Release Kuvira, or we will attack.
No, fuck off.
Stand down. Her power is beyond anything I could ever hope to achieve. I'll accept whatever punishment the world sees fit.
Good. Great job, Korra, kind of finishing it diplomatically.
For everything you've done.
Yeah, you deserve to be punished.
Destruction love did bloom. So
Man.
that is why, dearest friends and family,
Is this a wedding?
we could dare
I
to
said there'd be a
celebrate the
wedding in the
wondrous
final
and at
episode.
times inexplicable bond between Sir Varrick
I
and
can't
the
believe
Lady
that.
Julie. This is my big day.
People are gonna accuse me of having watched the final
True
episode.
love is a fickle creature. Biggest of long shots can have a chance at happiness.
The longest of long shots.
Without the vows.
I like the look Varrick gave him.
Sir Icknick Blackstone Varrick
What?
of the Southern Water Tribe, master of the high seas. Will you promise to treat her not as your assistant, but as your honored and cherished partner?
You're darn tootin', I do.
And do you, Julie, take Varrick bi-weekly basis, which isn't really that much to ask. Okay, I'm not reading all this.
To take Varrick.
You may now do the thing.
Aww. Oh, I like that she takes control there. That's good. That's amazing, man. Oh.
He's so dang happy.
Oh. I thought they were gonna blow up the wedding. A man can blow up his own property, can he? Oh, it's this dude. Voiced by Rami Malek, right? I bet they didn't get him to do any lines. Was Rami Malek expensive by this point? Did Mr. Robot start?
Sometimes a good evacuation is its own reward.
Aww.
Good to or should I say King Wu?
He's king!
Ready to get back to Ba Sing Se and
Look
finally
at
take the
her
throne?
fucking outfit,
Yeah,
man.
About that. Thinking of stepping down as king and getting rid of the monarchy altogether.
Yes, good job.
See, I'm afraid of responsibility. I'm putting my singing career before my people. It's none of those things. If the states were independent and had elected leaders, like the United Republic.
Prince Wu, you're awesome.
I think it's a great idea, and I'll do everything in my power to help you make that happen.
Aww.
Looking forward to working with you. But for now, the dance floor calls.
The words thank you don't feel big enough for what you did.
Aww.
Honestly, don't know what else to say.
Wow, that's so cool, the new spirit portal.
Aang never could have imagined there'd be a spirit portal right in the heart of Republic City.
Yeah.
Korra, you've transformed the world more in a few years than most avatars did during their lifetime.
Yeah.
There's so much more I want to learn and do.
I wish there was more.
You don't know how happy I am to hear you so full of hope again. I've come to realize life is one big, bumpy ride.
I'm more compassionate to others. Even to people like Kuvira.
God, Korra's so wise and so
Excuse
pretty
me,
right
Tenzin.
now.
Varrick is looking for
Oh
you.
my God, speaking of pretty.
Something about-
That doesn't seem like a good idea.
For what?
For being gone all that time. For not coming back sooner.
I don't think I could have handled losing you and my father in the same day.
Yeah, oh,
I am
that's true.
so sorry about what happened.
Thank you.
Oh.
I'm just glad I was able to forgive him.
Yeah, that's a good
So,
way for him to
what
go
now?
out.
Let's do it. Let's go on a vacation, just the two of us. Anywhere you want.
Really?
That's cute.
I've always wanted to see what the spirit world's like.
Damn, really?
Sound?
Y'all motherfuckers are going to the spirit world together? I would not choose that as a vacation destination. Sorry. Oh. Oh. Fuck, man. I wasn't ready for that to be over. How can you do a final episode that's like normal length? You know, like I needed more than that. Holy shit, man. Oh. Like I'm a crybaby, right? On this channel, I've cried over many different things. I have a playlist called Videos Where I Cry. Right? And it's not like, you know, it's not a playlist with 5 videos in it. It has like 40 videos or something. Like I cry a lot on this channel. But with Korra, right? I was so attached to these characters, but there wasn't, like, there's only a few moments in Legend of Korra that I cried, I think. Like maybe like 2? Question mark? The only one that I can remember off the top of my head is I remember crying when Korra in season 1, like very, very early in the series, is really scared of Amon and she doesn't want to admit it, and then she cries to Tenzin. And when she's crying there, like I remember getting super emotional. That's the only one I can remember. I think I did cry at some other point or some other points, but I actually kind of thought going into this, I was like, yeah, it's an important episode, but I don't know if I'm in like a crying mood today, so I don't know if I will. But from when the intro was going and I realized it was the last time I was going to be watching the intro for the first time, you know, from then until the end of the episode, I just had like this welling of emotion the whole time, you know. That was a great finale. Like, it could have been a shit finale and I would have been crying the whole time, but it wasn't. It was great. I'm not ready, man. So the thing I think that has like that I think has hit me the hardest out of that finale. Oh God. Whew. The thing that I think hit me the hardest is when Korra at the end there says, like, I feel like there's so much more for me to do and I feel like I'm just beginning, you know? Because like it's amazing because we've seen Korra go through all of this stuff and she's gotten to like a really great place in her life. She's worked through so much stuff that she is an amazing avatar now. But we're also at the point now where it's the end of the series and we know she has more life to go. And just knowing that, like, I'm not going to be there for that is, like, really sad to me. Because, like, her saying there's so much more she wants to do, I want, like, that makes me want 10 more seasons of this. Like, even if they're shit seasons, I'd rather this show, you know, there's some people who say, like, I'm people a lot of the time will say, I'm so glad that this show ended before it got too played out and stuff, right? And I understand that notion. I get it. I think that's probably the right attitude to have when making media. But it's not necessarily a thing that I share because I get so attached to characters that for me it's so comforting knowing that they're just there. So let's say season 4 wasn't the last season, and let's say they did 10 more seasons of The Legend of Korra, and all 10 of those seasons were kind of mediocre, these first 4 seasons, people were like, that's the good stuff, and the other 10 aren't that great. And I know for the most people, that's a nightmare scenario. For a lot of people, they would say that's the worst thing that could happen to a show. But for me, I would be like, it's so nice to know that those characters that I cared for so much in those 4 seasons, I can check in on them. I know it's so stupid and stupidly sentimental, but I like that being there. And I also, from a writer's standpoint, I also think if a writer has stories that they think they can tell, they should be allowed to tell them. I personally do believe that as well. So, and I know people are like, oh, they're just, at this point, this is just a cash grab and they're just playing it out too much or whatever. The reason I don't fully think that is because a lot of the time, the writers who are writing the show, they're still trying to write a good show. And I think we should respect them enough to let them give it a shot. And sometimes what you'll find is even if the seasons aren't hit after hit after hit, or even if some of the things that you weren't used to before but then now played out, are starting to bore you and stuff, you might still find there are little sparks of really good stuff, there's still sometimes people who are like, oh my god, in season 31 of Simpsons there was actually this one really good episode. Honestly, in my opinion, that one good episode of season 31 of Simpsons, I'm just riffing, I don't know which season of Simpsons has good episodes or whatever, but I'm saying one good episode would justify all of those seasons, in my opinion. This is just my approach to media, because it's so much better to have so much shittier stuff in the world that leads to one good thing, because we can ignore all the stuff we don't like and then we can watch the thing we do like. So that's my opinion on things. Anyway, gent, can we talk about Legend of Korra? Okay, I'll do it. Man, they played the Kuvira stuff perfectly. Perfectly. I was so happy with the way they did that. I never felt like Kuvira, betrayed who they had, she didn't have a sudden change of heart necessarily. She had an understandable, realization of her losing, as well as properly, oh god, it's coming back, properly seeing Korra's compassion, which is so amazing, and it makes me so proud of Korra. And that's the best way to do this, because this whole season is about Korra and her growth, and where she came from. I just realized as I'm saying this, I just realized that there are probably some people who are waiting for me to talk about the Korra and Asami thing at the end. I'll get to it. Jesus, wait, there's so much stuff to talk about. Yeah, so I think this whole season's been about Korra's growth and working through pain and turning that into compassion, as she said at the end there. So seeing her be able to funnel that through Kuvira, who is she's a tragic character, but she's not so tragic. She's not if you think of Azula in Avatar. Azula was really, really tragic because she was at the end there, she was basically beyond help, which is what was really sad. There wasn't anything they could do for her at that point. Kuvira wasn't beyond help. Kuvira was just getting to that point where she was starting to like lose sight of what was important. And like she hit that, like I would say she hit that wall when she fired at her fiance. Like that's the point where like she had become a person that she would look back and regret, you know? So like I appreciate the way they wrote that. I love the way they made like Kuvira, like they didn't make her, they didn't redeem her in any way necessarily, but they like allowed her to get to a place where she understood what she did, you know? And I think that's something Avatar does very well. Like Avatar is very good at having, like, showing that characters doing the wrong thing and being a bad person, like, that doesn't mean they're going to be horrible for the rest of their lives. And it's very, very good at redemption. And not just redemption, but also, is there a word for, like, not fully redeeming yourself to be on the good guys, but, like, bringing yourself back to neutral? That's what they're good at doing as well. They did it with Asami's father, you know, like where he kind of gets back to neutral, maybe kind of in hero territory, but you know, like he did a lot of bad things, so maybe not quite hero territory yet, but still, you know, back to neutral. Okay, let's talk about korrasami. So, they kind of fully confirm korrasami at the end, everything except a kiss, really. Like they didn't do a kiss, which I'm kind of sad about, because I think if you wanted to like drive home that this is fully romantic, because I feel like you would have a you would have people like tossing up on whether or not that is a romantic ending when it is very much a romantic ending. But I don't know, maybe Nickelodeon said no to a kiss between two women, which would be horrible, but wouldn't surprise me that much, to be honest, even though they could have both Julie and Varrick kissing. So I feel like some people were probably waiting for, like they might have been waiting for shock from me. There wasn't any shock, and here's why. I had said in previous seasons there was something that I thought maybe I could know, like I might know about a future season, but I wasn't sure. And that was korrasami, because I have, like, for a long time heard Korra, Asami referenced in relation to one another, right? Very, very often. And I feel like a lot of the time that's brought up in LGBT type circles as well. So I felt like there was something between them. What I didn't know is if it was something that was confirmed within the show, or if it was something that just was like they had a good vibe going and they both give off like bi energy, you know, and so people naturally shipped them together so much. Or if it was something where, like, after the show people were like, oh, and by the way, in the future Korra and Asami will get together or something, you know. I didn't know which it was, but I felt like there was something between them. Now, I didn't think of this the whole show. Here's the thing. Before, like, I first heard korrasami stuff many, many years ago, before I started the show, right? And then when I started the show, I had completely forgotten. I thought Asami was the name of a villain. And so, like, I think I thought Asami was the name of, like, Zahir, you know? Like, I thought she was the villain of the third season or something. So imagine my shock when there's a character named Asami that gets introduced very early in the show. So for a while I didn't really remember any of that stuff. I think it was somewhere around late season 2, early season 3 that I started to remember hearing people talk about korrasami. Obviously, since I started watching the show, I've been trying to keep the hell away from people discussing The Legend of Korra, which is really difficult because sometimes I'm reading people talk about Avatar The Last Airbender and then they just suddenly say something about The Legend of Korra. Most of the time that's happened though, they say something about an episode that I've already watched. Sometimes it was literally an episode that I watched like days before I read the comment, which like thank God, but yeah, it happened. But it's really beautiful the way that they ended it there. They had like a Korra and Asami moment. And that they, go off together. I really would have loved a kiss though. Like, not just because I'm like a horny dude. Like, that's not why. I've been horny for many characters on this channel in the past. It's something that I am, but I also, that's not with this situation. It's because one, as I said, it would have like properly confirmed it to be romantic for those people who are going to say that it wasn't. Two, it's just, kisses are just nice. I think it's a really nice moment between two people, can really elevate their relationship. Now, I'll finish my thought process. And three, because it would have been a nice parallel to the end of Avatar The Last Airbender, which ends with Aang and Katara kissing and then fades up to the end. But in this one, it was these two and they're holding hands and it fades up, which is still nice and still a parallel. But it's not a direct parallel, which would have been very nice to have a direct parallel there. The problem with them kissing in that situation is that her father did just die. So possibly in poor taste. And also because they hadn't had, understandably, they haven't had the build up that Katara and Aang had. Like, Katara and Aang kissed 10 times throughout the series until that kiss. But it was none of them were proper kisses, really. But they didn't count because they weren't kisses in a we're now dating kind of kiss. But yeah, they had a lot of build up. The Korra Asami thing didn't get the time that it probably deserved. I kind of wish that season 3 ended with Korra Asami going on a vacation or whatever. And then, it wouldn't have been it wouldn't have fit with the vibe of the end of season 3. But in terms of timing, I wish we got an entire season seeing their relationship properly develop. And also, I kind of want to see everyone else's reactions to them being together. Is that awkward for Mako? I know Mako is at a very platonic place with both of them now. He's gotten over most of the awkwardness. However, isn't it a little awkward if your two exes get together? I've never been in the situation before, but I feel like it's a little strange, there's one thing, it's one thing if your ex gets together with your other friend or whatever. And it's one thing if both of your exes get together with two other friends, or your ex gets with your brother or something like that. But for both of your exes to pair up, that's got to be strange. Especially after you cheated on one with the other, that's got to be very strange. I love Bolin. Full stop. I guess that's all I need to say about him. But I love that he has a magma throwing star move in this episode. I loved Mako getting his moment of blowing up the thing. He did a really cool thing. Mako with his lightning does get some sick moments, and the music and all of that swelling was really great. The wedding was very nice. I liked watching that. Wow. So The Legend of Korra. This show was so great. It was so great from start to finish. Even at the start, when I really liked the show, I remember I still with Mako and Bolin, I was oh yeah, these characters are decent. They're kind of boring, but they're decent. That's kind of the vibe that I got from them. But cut to the end where it's Marco's still kind of boring, but I love him, I really respect him a lot. And Bolin is the sweetest. Like, I think Bolin at the start was probably my least favorite character. And I think he grew quickly to be up there with like at the higher tiers. He's such a sweet, amazing guy. His voice actor did such a great job with him, with like the really funny. I mean, his voice actor's comedic timing, fucking beautiful. Same with Varrick's voice actor's comedic timing. Holy shit, you know, really good. Like some of the better comedic timing I've seen in animation. So like all of that, Bolin being a hugger, a massive hugger, is amazing. I also kind of like that Bolin for most of the friendship group and stuff, like he was so platonically supportive and loving to everyone. And then also he got a relationship outside of the friendship group, which is Opal, and that was great that he got someone that loved him and he loved back. And I love Opal. I love her so much. She's so sweet. I don't want to end the video because I don't want to be done with the series, but I might have to in a second. I do want to say, for all of you who have commented on all of these videos, thank you so much for every single, I mean, not just commented, for those of you who have watched. I mean, I know the people who have commented is like a small percentage of like a larger crowd. Some people probably just come and they watch the reaction section and they dip, or they come and watch the entire video but then they dip. And some people stick around, they comment, they like the video, they subscribe to the channel. Some of you have gone to my Patreon account and have been watching it on there. I'm gonna be sad to say goodbye to you guys as well. I hope that I'm not saying goodbye to a lot of you. A lot of those familiar faces that I constantly see in the comments, liking the videos, liking the Patreon posts. I hope that you will be able to stick around and join me for some other shows. I understand if this was what you were here for and that's kind of it, because like I do that with reaction channels as well, so I get it. But thank you so much for joining me for this series, because it was such an amazing ride. It was so special to me. This show is going to have like a very, very, very deep and big place in my heart for a long time. I remember people telling me that this show is kind of mediocre and that, you know, it's probably not worth my time and stuff. Like, I've had people tell me that, like in real life, people who don't even know that I'm doing this channel and stuff. And like, I will now be able to confidently say to those people, no, this show is very special to me and I love it, and I have no well, not that I have no complaints. I'm not going to pretend this is a perfect show. There are some things that I didn't love about it. There are some missteps maybe that it made here and there, some things that I would have changed here and there. But overall, I think it's just an amazing show. And I'm not the sort of person who will like be like, oh well, it was good but it wasn't as good as Avatar or whatever. Like, I don't like to do shit like that. I don't think of things as I don't try to think of media in comparison to other media as best I can. I compare things to other media in terms of cool themes, thematic similarities, and character moments and stuff, but I try not to compare quality, especially if one is part of the other. Like Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, Avatar: The Last Airbender, The Legend of Korra. To me, those things are all combined. To me, the Avatar franchise starts at Avatar: The Last Airbender and currently ends at Legend of Korra, and there's like, that's one whole big thing. I consider it all part of the same thing. And wow, it's just so great. So thank you so much for joining me for these videos. I hope to see you again. Please support the video, as I said, so other people can find these videos, and hopefully it gives those people joy, it gives those people sadness, it gives those people emotions of some sort, laughter. Hopefully, sometimes I make jokes during videos, so hopefully it gives you that. But I appreciate it. Go to my Patreon account if you want full-length, early access, exclusive videos, and I've probably started a new show on there that I'll be going through from hopefully start to finish, depending on if people like it. But thanks for watching. I will see you next time if you join me for that. Goodbye.